If you feel like you're constantly running on empty, that feeling of just being drained, it's because your nervous system is actually stuck in a loop. Here is how we break that cycle together in just 30 seconds. We've all felt that invisible weight, haven't we? I mean, that deep, bone-weary exhaustion that a simple nap, well, it just can't seem to fix. In our modern world, we've been conditioned to ignore the quiet signals our bodies send us until they become loud, painful screams of burnout. We call it stress, but honestly, it's deeper than that. It's as if our internal survival switch got flipped to on, and then it just stayed there. We find ourselves stuck in this physiological cycle of fight or flight, even when we're just sitting at our desks. We're trying, to finally fall asleep. But here's the thing we often miss. We can't just think our way back to calm. No amount of positive affirmations or logical reasoning, right, can reach that primitive part of us that is currently convinced we're in danger. When our nerves are truly frayed, the mind becomes a passenger. To find our peace again, we have to stop talking to the brain and start talking to the body. We're going to explore why the secret to instant relief isn't a mindset shift at all, but a physical one. You see, we have to change the signal before we can ever change the story.
We often think of fight or flight as something, reserved for life-threatening emergencies, like dodging a car or facing a predator. But in our modern world, the truth is, we've actually started living there. We wake up to a buzzing phone, we rush through traffic, and we juggle those endless pings and deadlines. This isn't just stressful, it's expensive. We are paying a biological tax every single hour we stay in this state of high alert. When we're frazzled, our system is just flooded with cortisol and adrenaline. It's like keeping our car's engine revving in the red zone while we're just sitting there in the driveway. Eventually, things start to break down, right? We feel that deep, soul-level exhaustion that a weekend of sleep just can't seem to fix. This is the fatigue of chronic vigilance, the heavy weight of always feeling like we have to be ready for the next ball to drop. And here is where it gets, really frustrating for us. We try to use our logic, don't we? We tell ourselves everything is fine, or there's no reason to be this worked up. But have you noticed? It almost never works. In fact, the harder we try to think our way out of a panic, the more frustrated we get. It's like trying to talk down a storm. We feel like we're losing control of our own steering wheel, and that helplessness, it only makes the anxiety grow. But why is that? Why does our brilliant, rational brain, the part of us that can solve complex problems or plan for the future, suddenly go silent when we're spiraling? Why does it feel like our intelligence just evaporates the very moment we actually need it? To understand how the 30-second reset works, we first have to understand why our brain intentionally locks us out of the control room during a stress spike.
We often think, we can actually think our way out of a panic. We tell ourselves to just relax or stay calm. But let's be honest, it feels like we're shouting at a hurricane. Here's the big realization, the aha moment that changes everything for us. We can't talk ourselves out of a nervous system that is physically vibrating with cortisol. I mean, it's like trying to uninstall a virus while the computer's hardware is literally melting. Our anxiety isn't just a collection of worried thoughts, it's a physiological event. When we're in that frazzled state, our body has hijacked our brain. The logic centers go dark because the survival centers have taken over the steering wheel. This is why our intelligence seems to evaporate right when we need it most, right? We're trying to use a software solution for a hardware problem. To get back into the driver's seat, we have to stop focusing on the thoughts and start focusing on the thumping in our chest. This is the mind-body bridge. It's a two-way street, but in moments of high stress, the traffic from the body to the brain is way heavier than the traffic going the other way. We have to learn to speak the body's language to soothe the mind, rather than the other way around. But if logic won't work, and positive affirmations feel like a lie, what actually does? How do we send a cancel signal to a brain that's convinced we're in danger? The answer lies in a biological backdoor, a physical reset switch that works faster than any deep thought ever could. And we're about to flip that switch right now.
So, let's do this together, right now. We're going to use what we call the 30-second reset. It's a simple physical protocol, one that actually overrides our brain's alarm system by speaking the specific language of our nervous system. First, let's get grounded together. Softly, we're going to place one hand on our chest and the other hand on our belly, right around the navel. Reassuringly, this isn't just for show. It helps us actually feel the rhythm of our life force and brings our awareness back into our physical body. Now, we're going to take a deep breath in through our nose for a count of 4. Counting softly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Encouragingly, we want to feel that bottom hand move as our belly expands, filling up just like a balloon. Now, here is the secret. We're going to exhale slowly through pursed lips, just like we're blowing through a tiny straw for a full 8 seconds. Ready? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's repeat that one more time together. In for 4 and out for a long, controlled 8. We might feel a slight shift already, and there's a powerful biological reason for that, you see. That long, controlled exhale is essentially the kill switch for cortisol. You see, when we breathe out for double the time we breathe in, we're manually stimulating the vagus nerve. This nerve is the command center for our rest and digest system. By forcing air out slowly, we're sending an immediate, high-priority signal to our brain that says, we are safe. We are not in danger. The brain cannot argue with this signal. It's a biological backdoor that shuts down the fight or flight response faster than any positive thought ever could. It's like hitting the emergency stop button on a runaway treadmill, right? But while this reset works in the moment to stop the panic, we have to wonder, why does our system get so overloaded in the first place? It turns out we might be unknowingly walking into stress traps every single morning before we even leave the house. And one of them, well, it's sitting right on your nightstand. At the end of the day, what we're doing here isn't just patching up a bad mood or putting a temporary band-aid on a moment of panic. We're actually doing something much more profound. We are reclaiming our baseline. You see, most of us have spent so long in a state of high alert that we've actually forgotten what calm feels like in our own skin. We've even started to mistake chronic stress for our actual personality. But it's not. This 30-second reset is just our way of telling our nervous system that it's finally safe to come back down. It's a reminder that peace isn't something we have to earn, right? Or go out and find.
It's a state we already possess, just buried under the noise. So, whenever you feel that loop starting, that familiar spiral where your thoughts begin to race and your chest starts to tighten, don't try to think your way out of it. Just use the reset. Step out of the storm for 30 seconds and let your body remember its center. We really want to hear from you as we practice these shifts together. How did your body feel after those 30 seconds? Was it a sudden sigh of relief or just a quiet, heavy stillness? Share your experience in the comments below. Your words might be exactly what someone else in our community needs to hear today. And if you're looking for more of these gentle, science-backed tools to help navigate the complexities of your mind, we'd love for you to subscribe and join us here at Psyche Unveiled. Let's keep healing.